Have you been living your life in survival mode? I have. Story time. So when I was 16, I was basically living out of a bag, jumping from house to party in order to have a place to sleep at night. And how all of those decisions that I have made in my life based off of survival has affected other aspects of my life. The survival loop shaped my choices to the point it became patterns that I've recognized repeating itself. I would attract controlling, abusive relationships based off of me thinking I needed their stability or feeling loved and wanted, in a way of suppressing my own feelings and the things that I was going through mentally and emotionally. I ended up becoming a magnet for trauma because of my survival based decisions and choices that I made, and how it tied into addictions and my nervous system dysregulation by continuing this pattern of unhealthy coping. It led me into addictions to mask everything that I was feeling, from the traumas of the relationships that I was dealing with, on top of the survival, to overworking. So even when I was on my own and I wasn't in a relationship, I would overwork myself and my vices to keep going to suppress those emotions that would prevent me from being able to make the most money, like caffeine and smoking and sometimes sex. I'm not even going to lie. Would help me cope with, well, it would just keep me going. Like, it kept me going because I've had that fear of, if I stopped, everything else would fall apart. So my nervous system was extremely dysregulated. It still kind of is. I'm still working on it. But it all comes to awareness of understanding. Survival mode doesn't choose peace, it chooses familiarity, even if that means pain. So there was a point where I thought toxic relationships were normal, that this is how love is supposed to be. And that stems all the way down to all my previous stories about how the smallest things in childhood could affect your decision making and your mindset as you get older. The moment I realized that I didn't need people for stability or somebody to come and rescue me, I started choosing differently. Even if it kind of hurt, even if everything looked good on paper. It's like, am I making decisions based off of survival, or am I following my true authentic calling and the position that I'm supposed to be in life? Healing my nervous system has helped me stop chasing survival and to start creating safety within myself. Sometimes the first step of survival is realizing that you don't have to live there anymore. Ask yourself, are your decisions coming from survival mode or self-worth? I had a recent situation where everything looked great on paper, but internally I wasn't necessarily fulfilled, but I didn't understand why till I realized, am I making this decision based off of survival or self-worth? What is it that I need? And that's when I realized, in order for me to see things clearly, I can't think in survival mode. Because the choices that I'm going to make, I'm going to repeat the same patterns that I don't want to be in anymore. So I realized that I can create that security and stability within myself. Once I'm able to do that, what is it that I truly need that is not based off of survival? And then I started digging deeper into myself. It's like, okay, what is it that I as a person need to feel secure and happy in a relationship? If it doesn't have anything to do with stability or somebody coming to rescue me. Like, if I'm whole within myself, what is it that I need from another person? It's just more of a companionship. It teaches you what truly matters to you, if that wasn't the issue. I hope that makes sense. So, because I made that decision and I shifted my mindset towards my self-worth and the things that I did, now I'm able to go back and heal, and I can stop that same cycle from happening now that I know. When you know better, you do better, right? And then if that person wasn't able to provide my need of stability, what else is there? Like if I was stuck in those abusive relationships, if they weren't able to provide that security for me, what else is left? I was already unhappy, but I stayed out of survival. So, your homework. If you are living out of survival mode, what is it that you can do for yourself that you won't have to depend on others to do? That way you make better choices and decisions. When you find that internal peace within yourself, know that you are capable of taking care and providing for yourself and your children if you have children. Once you start walking in your purpose and you start hearing what your higher power is trying to tell you to do, start walking in that direction, everything will start coming to you. You'll start gaining that stability on your own. So I want you to ask yourself, are you making decisions out of survival mode, or are you making decisions out of self-worth? That decision alone is vital to know if you're going to break that repeating cycle that you keep making, going through those same scenarios and attracting those same things based off of that energy and lack mindset that you have within yourself, thinking that you are incapable, because you are 100% truly capable of providing for yourself. You are safe. You are safe within yourself. Sometimes the first step out of survival is realizing you don't have to live there anymore. It's all in your head. We create scenarios in our head that keep us stuck, that aren't even true. Some of the things that we think about didn't even happen, but we're already preparing. So we're kind of like on the energetic level of attracting that situation to happen to us, rather than shifting the way we think about things, shifting the way we see things, getting out of that mindset of lack, and to know that we have the ability to change our life. We don't have to stay there. It's our choice to stay there. And those choices are creating those same cycles over and over again. Make that shift today. I love you.